Welcome to Community Cocktails with Kimberly, hosted by Kimberly Woodard, a realtor for nearly 20 years with Ebby Halliday Realtors. Join her every first and third Wednesday of the month as she meets with the top community influencers to help you get to know the area you want to call home. Don't just love your home, love your community. And now, your host, Kimberly Woodard.
And welcome to Community Cocktails with Kimberly. I am so excited to bring this dynamic duo chef group to you guys today. I met them when I was on my vacation down at 30A in Florida. I don't know if a lot of you know where that is, but Rosemary Beach, Seacrest, Seaside, all those fun little beach towns is what encompasses 30A. So I, again, am so welcomed to bring them to you so you can learn all about them and their services that they provide. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Well, I am so excited to have you guys. And again, it's so, I enjoyed so much meeting you guys. And I love for the viewers to learn a little bit about you guys and, your story, because I thought it was just so interesting when we were talking at the fish market. So, and I know my husband and my uncle were just talking your ears off too. So, but yes, let's start with, you guys came over here, a couple years ago. So you would like for donut, who wants to start?
So, hi everyone. I'm Carlyle Miller. I'm from the eastern side of Jamaica, a little parish called St. Thomas. So pretty much, wait, this is Fiona. Fiona McKenzie. This is my partner in everything. So, yeah, she comes from the western end of Jamaica, from another little parish by the name of Hanover. And she spent some time in another place that a lot of people might be familiar with called Montego Bay in St. James. So how we met, actually, it's when both of us migrated to the States. We met in a city by the name of Daytona Beach. And we're just sharing our passions, sharing more about each other when, I guess, something sparked and we went on this venture together. So, yeah.
I love that. And I did not know that you met in Daytona Beach. I don't know if you said that to my parents, because my parents usually go to Daytona with my uncle and aunt. This year they ended up at 38. So what a coincidence!
Following the trail, that's what happened.
Well, let's talk about your passion for food. I mean, how did you guys get into cooking?
Food is definitely my life. I literally speak food all the time. I did my bachelor degree in food service production and management at the University of Technology of Jamaica.
Okay.
I always want to be a caterer because my family, they do have a catering business, and I always want to have my own business, but my family, they weren't having it, so they told me I have to go to college. But I went to college and I still want to do the same thing. So it really didn't change my mind. That's what I really want to do. I'm grateful that I went to college too, because I have more knowledge on that aspect of life. You get me? So yeah. And I still want to have my own business. I still want to do catering. I still want to own my own restaurant. So it's always foods for me.
Oh, I love that. Well, I love that you followed your passion. You got your education, but still followed the passion that you deeply wanted to do. And I will say your creations that you provided to and cooked for us were just amazing. I mean, oh my goodness, so much food and so yummy. I mean, we ate on it for days too. It was so good. Now, is there certain dishes that you gravitate to liking to cook, or?
I really like to do just about anything, to be honest. I like to be challenged, like something I'm not used to, because I'm more used to my culture or kind of food. So coming to the US, kind of learn a little about other people's culture, other people's food, other people's cuisine, So I try to incorporate that into my culture. So I always
Oh,
try to put a little mix into my culture all the time.
I love it. It's kind of a mixed. Well, I will say that the jerk chicken drumsticks were a hit. I think there were like 2 left in our box from our group of 12. And then they cooked an amazing grouper. And then the appetizer, let's talk about that because I do have pictures of the appetizer and my little inspiring chef. My viewers know that I have that little. Well, he's not so little anymore. I still think of him being little. Inspiring chef himself was in just heaven with y'all the day you guys were at our home to cook, and I he was learning something new. So let's talk about that appetizer.
Okay, so our appetizer is a mix. So the fish that we use is called saltfish, and that saltfish is a part of our national dish. So our
Okay.
national dish is ackee and saltfish. So saltfish is codfish that they call it in America. So what I did now was to use a starch. No, a starch. The starch food that we use is called plantain. So we use the turn one or the green one. What we did now is to basically pre-cook the plantain, and then we use the lemon squeeze, and then we squeeze it, make it in a cup,
Okay.
and then you use that cup to you can fill whatever you want to fill it. You didn't
Yeah.
have to use saltfish. You could use any meat of your choice, veggie, whatever you like. You could use that to fill. Even you could actually use that to make dessert as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
I think we could put cinnamon on that. We could put sugar in it and give it a different flavor, and then we could add like ice cream inside or other fillings.
Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, well, I will let Benjamin know that he'll probably be texting you as he's cooking it. But that was just an amazing starter that we all enjoyed. It was just amazing. That's all I can say. I mean, it was a food party in my mouth. And then y'all also did salmon, which is my parents' one of their favorites. So we had to have salmon and those scallops. Oh my gosh! Now that seasoning, that was one thing that you when we were in the shop you had mentioned, and let's talk about that seasoning because it was just we took the seasoning home to try.
Good. Okay, so that was grilled seasoning. Grilled season can use in anything, so I'm grateful that you take that home. I'm really
Okay.
happy that because put it on anything. It's one of those seasonings that really can put in any dish. Really.
You can use it on chicken. You can use it on beef. You can use it on pork.
Oh wow!
Pretty-
Yeah, so most people just normally season their scallop with just salt and pepper.
Right.
There's so much that you could do to scallop because scallop is that one little meat that have a lot of flavor in it. And just imagine putting more flavor into that.
Yes.
To me, the grill mix was like the perfect mix for it. So yeah, and just using the I forgot what is it called, the lemon and the garlic.
Yeah.
Lemon garlic butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, oh well, like I said, they were so good. I don't think a scallop was left on that dish. It was all gone. And then you had I'm telling my guest everything I had because it was just so amazing. And I'm really encouraging if
And
anyone's going to the area to get
Also,
in touch with y'all. Well, y'all made the cheesecake, which was
okay, so that cheesecake, it's my signature cheesecake. I don't have a blueprint for it yet. If you check out Google, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform you go on, I'm the only person that actually have that recipe.
Oh wow.
I came about with that recipe. I was in college and I started a lot of practical course, and I had tamarind at home, but I didn't know what to do with the tamarind, and I know I'm supposed to make a dessert, and I just didn't know what to make. So I was like, what about tamarind cheesecake? Let me try that. And my lecturer, they love it so much. They were like, that was perfect, and I should, try one day to put that in a recipe book or something. So I did make it for my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is called Fifi World. That's Fefe World, WRL. So if you go on Fifi World, you'll see how I make that cheesecake. And what we used was tamarind. So tamarind is a Caribbean fruit. I think it's originated from Trinidad and Tobago. I think it's from Trinidad and Tobago, but we do have it in Jamaica as well. It's a very tangy fruit, so you have to add a lot of sugar to that. The rum, the cane rum that I had there, normal put that cane rum on it as well, and some people put salt in it.
Oh, really?
Some people put salt in it, so it was just a little creation that I came about with, and I just want everyone to try it just to get people feedback, see if it's something good, because it's probably good for me or from my family because we're used to that fruit, but I want to know what other people think about it. Really,
It was like I said, amazing. Another party in my mouth. And I love desserts. I do have a sweet tooth. I try not to indulge too much, but oh my goodness, that was something that I did take those calories that night.
and also that was homemade as well.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Ice cream, that was
Oh,
also
the ice cream. Yes. So that ice cream did not last very long in my household of 12. It was eaten up. The boys just went after it. I think they had the bucket and they just all ate it. So you can't, food doesn't last long when you have 4 teenage boys in one house.
That's true.
So it was so good too. I mean, again, everything that you guys made and presented to us was just an amazing. And I enjoyed it. So did my family. And we had such a great time. And what I loved about having y'all is that, the social aspect. Everyone, it was like a big party in the house. Y'all were cooking, and we learned so much about y'all. It was so relaxing, and everyone just had a good time. So it was a great experience, especially for my viewers that travel down to 30A. You've got to connect with these dynamic duos and have them come prepare a dinner for you. It's so relaxing, not having to rush into the restaurant and wait or anything. You can enjoy a dinner and have a great time with everyone, all your guests, and learn so much about y'all.
In other words, the restaurant came to you.
right.
It did. And that's what the amazing part about everything is that it just came on over to us. And they, I'll say when they came over, they brought everything, and they, prepared everything, and then they cleaned everything up. It was like magic. When y'all left, there was no dirty dishes, no nothing. It was so great. And again, everyone got to have an amazing time just sitting there and enjoying all the food and tasting all these different dishes that you guys prepared, from all the fresh seafood that we were able to have there. Being in Florida, of course you have to have fresh seafood.
That's true.
And so is there any parts of 30A that you guys don't travel to just for the guests, or anything that they should know if trying to book you?
We'll travel to anyone.
All right.
The
Panama
City
City
Beach,
area.
Panama City, 30A. 30A meaning Inlet Beach, Alice Beach, Rosemary Beach, all the way to Fort Walton.
All the way
Yeah.
to Fort Worth. See?
So we cover a wide scope. So
You do. And like I said, it's so nice to, be able to connect with y'all on providing this wonderful service that you guys do. And again, a lot of my viewers are going out to 30A. Some of them haven't made it there yet and probably are venturing it. But if you're booking a trip too in the fall, maybe you're thinking about booking a trip for one of the holidays and, Thanksgiving or, during the Christmas break. Because I know a lot of people do that as well, connect with this duo and, have them prepare a meal for you. Well, I really, really enjoyed this. This was so fun. Again, we have all your contact information here for my guests to contact you, schedule their experience dinner like I had, and enjoy it just as much as myself and my family did. So thank you so much. And cheers.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to contact Kimberly with your real estate needs, you can reach her at kimberlywoodard.ebby.com. We hope you enjoyed our guest this week, and remember, don't just love your home, love your community.